Hello, YouTubers. Joe Kersey here on October 9th, Thursday, 2014 at 2:40 in the afternoon Eastern Daylight Time. And to take up where yesterday's video left off, Paul and I were sitting here just chatting away merrily, as you surmised, and then the power went out suddenly, without warning. The power went out, and so we were on the generator for about 2.5 hours. Our neighbor Liz across the road called and to ask if our power was out, because hers was out too. And I said, when yours comes back on, would you give us a call? Because, you know, we can't often tell if power's come back on in surrounding houses. Because the lift station, pump house lift station for the sewer across the road has a backup generator, and it comes on when the power goes out, but it will keep running after the power comes back on. So we can't really go by that. And I thought, you know, if she didn't call, and I don't want to go down there and throw that transfer switch more often than I have to. I mean, it's not particularly great on the switch, but more to the point, it's not great on things like, well, you have to turn the refrigerator off, you know, with the circuit breaker, so you don't get that surge. And so anyway, it's just easier if you know it's back on, then you can just do it once and for all. So she, God bless her, she called when the power came back on. We were still up. Normally we wouldn't stay up, you know, much past 8 o'clock, 8:30. But we stayed up till after 10 o'clock and watched this PBS special on penguins, which was a lot of fun. So we were watching penguins when she called, and so then I was able to switch the generator off and switch back onto the grid power and so forth. I tried to restart the dehumidifier, but it says that, you know, once it's had a power thing, it takes 3 minutes or so to decide to start. So I went down there today to see if the thing was on, and it wasn't on. And it turns out what had happened is that particular circuit breaker had tripped. Either when the power went out or when I had done the the transfer switch, because I had neglected to. It's one of the circuit breakers I shut off before I throw the switch. But anyway, it's back on now. All is well. So today, or actually very early this morning when I woke up, I'd gotten a new book yesterday called The Demon's Brood. I know it's published by Pegasus Books out of New York, and it was published this year. Just came out. The Demon's Brood by Desmond Seward, Seward, who's a legitimate historian. He's not some journalist, but it's a history of the Plantagenet dynasty. This fellow's also written the Last White Rose, The Secret Wars of the Tudors. That's one book. Last White Rose, Secret Wars of the Tudors. And I've never really known a lot about. Well, I thought I knew a moderate amount, but it turns out I don't. And I know a fair amount about the Tudors and the Stuarts and subsequent history, British history, but I've always drawn a kind of a blank on the Wars of the Roses, and my word, I'll tell you, the familial intergenerational machinations of this crowd makes stuff in the Old Testament look like a Sesame Street episode. Good grief. So I'll be very interested to read this. The Demon's Brood. I keep wanting to say the Demon's Blood, but it's the Demon's Brood. So that's been pretty much it. Adventures, high. That's been my high adventure for today. It's a little rainy, so I can't really go outside, readily right now. Well, I could. I mean, if I wanted to stand in the rain. So that's it. I've been watching a little YouTube. I've uploaded the video from yesterday, which I uploaded today. I uploaded the video from yesterday. So on that note, I'm going to shut up for a while. Alrighty. Well, it's time to get the mail. About 4:15 here. If this were smell-o-vision, you'd smell all the fast food that's being cooked at the various restaurants down there on Polaris Parkway, since the wind's now out of the it's out of the southwest. Oh, there's Paul. He just got home. He's got the mail, I bet. Let's find out. Hey, Paul. Oh, you got the mail. Yeah. I was just on the way down. I was talking to the folksies. Here, let me get that crap out of here. Let me help you out here. And then, and there's a package here of some sort. Alrighty.
Yep, you.
Very good. Well, that pretty much does it. Now, apparently, Paul's got a new development here on this surveillance camera in the dumpster.
It was not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be in another dumpster, neighborhood, whatever. It was put in there by accident. Somebody got the wrong.
So, it was gone this morning?
It was gone by after breakfast time, around 11 o'clock. It was gone then because it was there first thing in the morning.
Ah, so somebody's come out and done it in the interim. Well, there it is.
Because I take the trash out when I first get there, and then I don't take the dining room trash out until after breakfast is over. And I just happened to peek in the door and it was gone.
But apparently they had called and said that that was a mistake, or?
Yeah, they called and wanted to know if a camera had been removed from inside their dumpster, because it was not supposed to be in there.
Oh, the company was checking after the fact of the removal.
Right.
I see.
Because they said one of their employees put it in the wrong one.
Oh, I see. They were checking up on their guy. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe they should have had a camera on him, and they would have known.
Well, if he's the one that put it there, probably took his picture when he took it out.
Oh, yeah. All righty. Well, anything else?
No, just the guy took a hot shower and set off the fire alarm.
Oh, that's right. There was some guy steamed up his room and
Right. And the detector stopped. The room was on fire.
Well, it's kind of like cooking here, where stuff comes off the stove and sets off the smoke detector.
So it set the stuff off, and there's a control panel in the office, and it tells
Oh yeah.
where it is.
Yeah, we had one of those when I
What it is.
worked in the Lincoln Tower dorms. So,
And it was saying there was a fire in one of the rooms upstairs.
Yeah.
So Dana and them weren't there, and they weren't going to be there till 9 o'clock. I had to run around and look for it and find out what was going on. So I had to shut the sprinkler system off on all the floors, because if it's picking up that there is a fire, it'll set
it
off
off automatically. Yeah.
all
Yeah.
and we don't want that, because it'll blow a bunch of rusty water out.
Well, I mean, the water damage would just be tremendous.
Everywhere.
The water damage would be just horrible, wouldn't it? Yeah. Well, okay then. Bye-bye, YouTubers.